What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the 3D Design Deck June 2025 releases. So we have our brand new releases from 3D Design Deck, and before we get into that, I'd like to take a moment to look at the hints that they have provided for us, and in this case we had two -8s, a new Q400, actually 3 of them, and then 4 CRJ200s. So those are the hints that we are working with in terms of the aircraft. And then as for the actual registrations, which I'll get to in just a moment. There we go. So in this case, there is a Lima November, which I believe is somewhere up in the Scandinavian area. Victor Hotel, so that would be Australia. And then for 1 to 400, all the -8s are Canadian registered. And then we have 3 U.S. registered CRJ200s and a German registered CRJ200. So a very, very loaded release here especially for regional collectors, which is a niche that 3D Design Deck is really catering to with their releases. But here we are on the 3D Design Deck website, and we've got hopefully some really good stuff that we can take a look at. So we'll go ahead and scroll down to the all products section, which is going to act a little weird here whenever I zoom in, so I need to give it a second to adjust. But that should be all adjusted, I would think. So the first new release that we have, there is the Canadian -8 for 1 to 400. It is a PAL Airlines -8. Kind of a unique airline to me. I don't know too much about it, but they are another one of the Canadian airlines. That's our Charlie Golf X-ray hint. And then there is the Air Canada Jazz -8 Q400. This is with the toothpaste livery. And then there's also another one with a different registration. I was kind of hoping that they would do the Jazz, like the actual colored tails, but in this case, they have done just the standard livery. So not much you can do there. And okay, it looks like we may hit a little bit of a stump here, because I do see there's a B2, the Spirit of California, which I know they did do an exclusive of a little while back, but I'm not sure what happened there. And then moving on, there is the Skipper's Aviation -8 Q100. Very nice. So that's our Australian -8. And then our Lima November, it's Widerøe, the -8 Q100. This is going to be great for those collectors. Let's see what our U.S. registered CRJ200s. We got an XO Jet. Very interesting. One of the private CRJ200s. Because XO Jet, I remember seeing, excuse me, one of their Cessna Citations in Minneapolis many years ago. And then for our German aircraft, it is a Lufthansa Regional CRJ200, the City Line operated one. There we go. Northwest Airlink. I love to see that. And it is a different registration than what the Gemini one was. It was November 8894 Alpha. That's one of the Pinnacle ones. And I think this one's also a Pinnacle registered one as well, but I will verify. It could be ExpressJet or something like that. And then the other release, yes! Somebody finally made it, a SkyWest House Livery CRJ200. I am going to pick this one up. That is awesome. I've really been wanting someone to make a SkyWest House Livery CRJ200 for such a long time, so the fact we finally got one is, oh, that feels so good. Very happy about that. It's the first time in a long time that I've been excited about a regional jet here in the U.S., so certainly we'll take it. So that, my friends, is the 3D Design Deck releases for June. And just trying to keep an eye on the releases here. There's no mention of a B2, so I'm not sure why that got thrown in there. If it was just perhaps an extra release that got sorted up there at the top. But I do not see them mentioning another B2 exclusive that they were doing. So I think that's probably just the same one and perhaps just got sorted a little bit off. Or maybe they are doing another batch of it, just because I suspect that the one that they did initially a couple months ago, that was a really popular one. So I'll just quickly verify what registration that one was. I think that one was Spirit of California, if I remember right. No, it wasn't. They did Spirit of Arizona. Okay, so they did do another B2 exclusive. So yeah, very good. So we got the Spirit of California as another one of the releases this month. Always good to verify stuff like that. So I would assume that this is another one of the 3D Design Deck website exclusive, so you won't be able to get this anywhere else. But that'll certainly be a nice release, because I did see when they did Spirit of Arizona, that model looked fantastic. I would love to pick up one of those. So I don't know if anybody would still have one by this point, especially at airliners to sell. If somebody just wants to sell it on, then that would be great. Because it's 3D Design Deck, they're not going to make it to airliners, since they said that they're trying to keep up with production, so they don't have time, unfortunately, to make it, which kind of sucks, because I would have loved for them to exhibit their products, and especially like prototypes of any new molds that they have, because they've got quite a lot going for them. But as for this release, this is definitely a great release for sure. I'm very happy with the SkyWest CRJ200. That will definitely be coming my way, so I will be pre-ordering that. And then I'd love to get that Northwest Airlink. If I didn't have the Gemini one already, I'd definitely pick that one up. And oh yeah, I was going to check to see who operated that that CRJ200, November 602 X-Ray Juliet. That one's Endeavor Air. Okay. I don't know why I thought ExpressJet, but it looks like it was an Endeavor Air operated aircraft for Northwest Airlink. So just checking that. Yeah. Pinnacle, and then it went, so it was okay. It was Pinnacle, then Endeavor, and then SkyWest. So I was technically correct. It started with Mesaba in 2005, then went to Pinnacle in 2012, Endeavor Air in 2013, and then SkyWest in 2015, back to Endeavor Air in 2021, and it's been stored since 2023. So that's the status of that aircraft in real life, obviously with Delta colors at this point, but I imagine that the Delta titles, they've probably been stripped off from it in storage, wherever it is. But there we go. Very happy with this release. I'm super excited for that SkyWest CRJ200. I'm definitely considering that ExoJet one as well, because I've never really seen that one. I don't know too much about that one, but that would definitely be of my interest as well, just because it is another one of these unique, like very niche aircraft that we don't get to see from the mainstream manufacturers. With that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.